Hi everyone, it's Dolls, Toys, and Games Gal, and I have my daughter here with me.
Hi!
And we're excited to show you the new Mira Shards doll bed that I just made for her Teenage Evil Queen doll. Do you like it, sweetheart?
I love it!
That's awesome. Well, we're going to show you what I did and then do some shout outs at the end. First and most importantly, I wanted to see if I could make a cracked mirror. So I took a laser cut frame and I painted it black.
You're so good at painting.
And then I took one of these oval-shaped mirrors and I drew cracks on it with a black paint marker. I wanted to see if I could get a mirror to look like it had broken without actually breaking the glass, because I'm very superstitious. I was afraid of 7 years of bad luck. So then I hot glued the mirror to the back of the laser cut frame, and then using this bling from Jolee's boutique, I lined the inner oval of the mirror with it, and so it looks a little bit more special.
So far, it looks so cool.
And then with one of these premium acrylic rhinestones, the red one, I made the final touch. I put the final touch on the Evil Queen's mirror. And then I had this idea for a headboard, and I bought these napkin rings from Hobby Lobby, and I painted it silver. And I also painted 4 turning rods. These are dollhouse components. And I painted them sort of a black and silver combination. And also a 12-inch dowel rod, black and silver. And then I hot glued the napkin ring to the dowel rod. It kind of looks like you're roasting a marshmallow, sort of. I ultimately wanted to make a kind of veil over her bed as a headboard, so I had a piece of white satiny fabric and also a sheer black sparkly fabric that I'm going to line with this wavy silver ribbon.
Nice thinking.
And then the white fabric I'm lining with this black lace ribbon, which I think will look quite nice. So this is what you have when you place the sheer black sparkly fabric over the white fabric. And I only lined 3 sides of it because you don't have to line the 4th side, but you do need to hot glue them together. The 4th side is going to be stuffed into the napkin ring and hot glued to the rod, like so that it looks like a giant veil or headdress. And then for the bed itself, it's a smooth foam block. And I had bought a fabric bundle from Hobby Lobby that was all black and white patterns, and I'm going to try to pick one for her bed. And this is the one that I ended up choosing.
That is so nice.
And we hot glued this around her smooth foam block to make her a mattress. And then to trim the bed, I got this black chiffon trim. And I'm going to be using some of this black and silver trim that I used in Briar Beauty's bed. And so first I hot glued the black chiffon trim around the bed, and with the black and silver ribbon, the bed is all trimmed. So now I'm going to hot glue the turning rods to the bed, as well as the canopy, the veil canopy, which you can see I have done. And these were glitter balls that I used in Justine Dancer's bed, and they are coming in handy here. And I'll show you guys why in a second, but I glued those to each of the turning rods. It's because I found this awesome dragon at Michael's. It's a black dragon with red eyes and red nails.
Oh my gosh, that is so scary.
I know, isn't it perfect for Mira Shards, because she loves to ride dragons. It's called a twilight dragon. She loves to ride dragons and she's really good at it. So I decided to make it part of her headboard by gluing the tail and one paw to the glitter balls. And here I hot glued the cracked mirror to the top. And then for the footboard, I bought a couple of these Good Luck minis. They are fantasy creatures and they contain dragons. So I will be gluing those to the bottom of the bed. Here I put a mini black dragon on the glitter ball. Can you see that more clearly? And here I put a mini purple dragon on the glitter ball.
Pretty.
And then to finalize the footboard, I took a wood plaque from Art Minds, as well as this laser cut crown, and I will be painting them. The footboard I painted a silvery color. The crown I first started with black, then I added red and clear gems, and then I started to draw with my daughter's Mr. Sketch marker. It smelled like black licorice, right, honey?
Uh-huh.
I think black licorice is a good smell for Mira Shards. What do you guys think? And I'll be hot gluing the crown to the middle of the wood plaque, and then hot gluing the wood plaque to the 2 turning rods at the end of the bed. And then for her blanket, I had a piece of fabric that looks like scales. It's very useful.
Nice.
And I hot glued the sparkly sheer black fabric on top of the scaly fabric, and then a rectangle of the white satin fabric on the very top half of everything. And then I found this awesome trim. It looks very gothic and Mira to me, and hot glued that to the top of the white part. And I found this other awesome trim that I will be using to line the sides as well as the middles of the blanket. So here I have the blanket finished, and I put red gems on to symbolize glowing red eyes. And then for the pillow, I took a rectangle of the black scaly fabric and hot glued another rectangle of the white satin fabric as well as more of that gothic looking trim. Gonna put 2 more pieces of trim on top and bottom, and I'm just gonna do 2 red gems because I want the pillow to look like a pair of red eyes. So when I go to make this pillow and I hot glue the back of it to itself, the 2 red gems will be all you see on the front. So that's what I've done, and all I need to do is stuff the middle with scraps, and here's the finalized pillow. So I ran out of shelves, so I had to kick Melody and Ginger out of their shelf for now so that I can show off the new Mira Shards bed. And so let's finish this bed. Let's put on the blanket first, and now let's put on the pillow. And now the only thing left to do is to bring Mira Shards, or the teenage evil queen herself, into the picture and see how she goes with her new bed. Does she go with her new bed?
It's gorgeous.
Yay, I'm glad you think so. And for the rest of you watching, if you'd like to let us know in the comments below what you think of the new bed, we would really appreciate it. And here's a close-up of some of the different aspects: the dragon, the cracked mirror, the blanket, the little dragons on her footboard, the footboard itself, and up here is another close-up look at the blanket, which I'm so proud of. And in case any of you are curious as to whether Mira actually fits on her bed, I did lay her down on it, and she does fit. She's a very tall doll, taller than the other ones, but she does fit just barely, as you can see. And we have no shelves left, so I stuck Mira in for now with Ginger and Melody till we can build some new shelves. But let's do some shout outs to Samil Walia and Rosie Beauty 18. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.